You're watching College Football Now. I am Harrison Graham. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to Chat Sports. And on today's show, DJ Uiagalelei, the Clemson quarterback, has entered the transfer portal. So we're going to take a look at 10 potential destinations, other college football programs that could take on his services. Now, you look at DJU's career, and it's been a fascinating one. In 2020, remember, he started 2 games for Trevor Lawrence and played well. I mean, completed 67% of his passes, threw for over 900 yards, got into mop-up time a few times as well, 5 touchdowns and no picks. That Notre Dame game that year that Clemson actually lost, he was unbelievable. And I remember thinking he's going to be awesome for the next few years. Well, hasn't really played out that way. In 2021, DJU certainly struggled a little bit, 55.5%. 9 TDs, 10 interceptions, did not play well. There were some questions to whether he would start this year. 5-star true freshman Cade Klubnik coming in. DJU was mostly the starter, but in the ACC championship game got benched and benched permanently, it would appear. This year, DJU was a bit better, 62%, 2,500 yards, but still not the player that we thought we were going to get a couple of years ago. Now, DJ has also been a solid runner in his career. That average is a little bit skewed because he's taken a lot of sacks as well. I think wherever he goes, he needs to embrace himself as a runner. I think that is an area where he can be a more effective college quarterback. Now, obviously, he's trying to develop more and more as a passer because I'm sure he wants to try and make it to the NFL. But I think to maximize his potential, he needs to go somewhere that'll embrace his running ability. Now, do you believe in DJ Uiagalelei? Do you believe in him? Do you think he can be a high-level college starter? I mean, we've seen flashes of it. Even this year, we saw flashes of it. He had a few big games, but inconsistent play over the past couple of seasons. Type B for believe, type D for don't. He certainly needs a fresh start. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, 10 destinations for DJU as we break him down on today's show. The UCLA Bruins. This is kind of the program that I've seen linked to him the most for a couple of reasons. One, he's from Riverside out there in California. West Coast ties make sense. There's been a lot of buzz there to UCLA because their current quarterback, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, is a 5th-year senior. He will not be eligible to come back. He's going to go to the NFL draft. So DJU to UCLA makes a lot of sense. Could be a seamless transition. Now, I don't think he's as good as DTR, at least right now, but if you're Chip Kelly, bring him in here, can use him as a runner and, make things easy kind of in that quarterback-friendly system. I think that could be a good fit for DJ. How about the Arizona State Sun Devils, who have, I think, put together a really fun coaching staff down there after the disaster that was Herm Edwards. Now, it's going to take time to kind of get this rebuild underway, but I think DJ could be a good bridge quarterback there because I think he'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining with the COVID year. So he can go there, be kind of a steady presence, a guy who started a lot of games in college. Yeah, they're not going to be winning 10 games right away or anything, but he could kind of steady the ship as they, start to build instill their culture and build that roster over the next couple of seasons. How about the Virginia Cavaliers, who head coach Tony Elliott left Clemson as the OC to take that head coaching job, and this year obviously did not go to plan for Elliott, and the Cavaliers went 3-7, and then obviously that tragedy that ended their season with 3 of their football players being killed, did not play their final 2 games. Another note on that, by the way, the NCAA has granted all seniors on that team another year of eligibility, so some of those players could be coming back, but DJ Uiagalelei could be an option there as Brennan Armstrong has entered the portal. He will not return to Virginia, so there's familiarity there. Not too far of a move to go from Clemson to Virginia. That could make some sense for DJU if he isn't necessarily clamoring to get back to the West Coast. Today's show is sponsored by Rocket Money. Stop wasting money. Use Rocket Money and download the app today at rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. That's rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. Do you know how much your subscriptions really cost? Because most Americans actually don't. They think they spend about $80 per month on subscriptions, when most of us actually spend over $200. Rocket Money will show you all of your subscriptions in one place, and then you can start figuring out, wait, I don't want this one anymore. I signed up for this 2 years ago. I don't even use it anymore. Xbox Live, Amazon Prime, Spotify. And by the way, a lot of these subscriptions you have, they will upcharge, and they won't even let you that they increase their prices. And, you got your credit card on auto pay or whatever, and boom, you're just losing money left and right. Don't do it anymore. You can view all your subscriptions on one screen, stay on top of your bills, and just stay on top of your finances as a whole. I'm going to have a kid in the spring. I got to really start to budget even more than I already do. Rocket Money is going to help me do that, and it can help you do that as well. RocketMoney.com/NFL Daily. Cancel any subscriptions you don't want anymore. Start saving money, and it adds up. There's 2 or 3 subscriptions that you don't use consistently. You should cancel it and save that money and use it towards something else. RocketMoney.com/NFL Daily. That link in the description of this video. How about the Oregon Ducks? Now, there's a caveat here for DJU to Oregon as a possibility, and that caveat is Bo Nix. Bo Nix, after a disastrous week 1 against Georgia, really was fantastic the rest of the season. I mean, he completed 72% of his passes, threw for almost 3,400 yards, 27 touchdowns against just 6 interceptions, also rushed for 14 more touchdowns. If Bo Nix comes back and he has a 5th year of eligibility, this will not happen because DJU is not starting over Bo Nix. That is just not going to happen. Now, there is one other note with this possibility, DJ's younger brother, a 2023 recruit, is looking at Oregon as well as USC and Ohio State. He's taken 3 official visits to an official visit to each of those 3 schools. Seems like those are the 3 finalists. So let's say Nix leaves, his younger brother commits to Oregon. DJ may be incentivized to go to Oregon, so that could be a possibility. But again, it all depends on what Bo Nix does. Is he going to come back or is he going to go to the NFL? We'll have to wait and see. How about the Georgia Bulldogs? Listen, you're probably thinking Georgia, they can do better than DJ Uiagalelei. Well, their starting quarterback the last couple of years has been Stetson Bennett, who's a good college quarterback, and I would rather have him than DJU, but he is graduating, and there's not a clear answer on that roster currently as to who will replace Stetson Bennett. I expect Georgia to hit the transfer portal and get somebody, and look, DJU's experienced. He's played in a lot of big games. Now, is he great? No, but we know Georgia's going to be loaded on both sides of the ball. If you can just get him in there and say, hey, just be a game manager like Stetson Bennett, then you can win with DJ Uiagalelei with that roster because Georgia is absolutely loaded on both sides of the football. So that's more of a sneaky dark horse type, but don't be surprised if Georgia shows some interest here. Now, speaking of Stetson Bennett, who is going to win the Heisman? And it won't be Bennett, but he is one of the finalists. Type CW for Caleb Williams, type CJ for CJ Stroud, type MD for Max Duggan, or type SB for Stetson Bennett. Let us know, who do you guys think wins the Heisman this year? Now, here at Chat Sports, especially this time of year, we have a lot of college football coverage, college football news, rumors, transfer portal updates, NFL draft videos, which kind of covers NFL and college at the same time. So subscribe. Don't miss any of our coverage. It's 100% free. Hit that sub button, turn on the notification bell, and select all. That way you never, ever miss a video here at Chat Sports. Let's talk about Notre Dame now as a potential fit for DJ Uiagalelei as Drew Pine has entered the transfer portal, so he will not be returning, it appears, to South Bend, even though I thought he outplayed their starter who got hurt at the beginning of the season. I forget his name, but maybe DJU's willing to compete with that other quarterback and could end up being the starter there in South Bend. How about Florida? I think this makes a lot of sense, actually. Anthony Richardson going to the NFL draft, which I think he needs more development, but that's the decision he made. Florida desperately needs a quarterback because, you know what? Jalen Kitna, the son of John Kitna, is currently in jail because he has, I believe, 10 counts of what's the charge? Child pornography? That's not good. So you kind of feel like he's not going to be the guy. We'll see how the legal justice system plays out. But even if he is available, Florida needs a quarterback, and I expect them to get one in the portal. DJ Uiagalelei, as flawed as he is, could solve some of their problems. Oregon State. I love this as a potential dark horse because Oregon State, to me, has one of the best college football coaches in the country. His name is Jonathan Smith. If you're unaware, he is absolutely fantastic. Oregon State is on the rise. Do we have the graphic with Jonathan Smith? So Jonathan Smith took over and went 2-10 in his first year and has built it all the way up year after year after year. Went 9-3 this year, finished in the top 15 in the final CFP rankings, and really just needs a quarterback. He's built the rest of that roster. DJU at Oregon State could be a really, really good fit. Couple more schools here. The Auburn Tigers. What does Hugh Freeze do at quarterback? Because their options are interesting currently on the roster. He needs to figure out who his quarterback is. Could DJU be the answer there? Does DJU want to go to Auburn and kind of fix that mess? I don't know, but that could be a potential option. And then Oklahoma State, the final one here. Spencer Sanders, their 4-year starter, has entered the portal for his last season. We'll see what happens with him, but DJU could be another guy. They played 2 other quarterbacks this year as Sanders dealt with a shoulder injury. Neither impressed me that much, including Mike Gundy's son, so it's possible that they look at a transfer QB also. What school will land DJ Uiagalelei? What do you guys think? Where will DJU end up transferring to? The schools that I think make the most sense are UCLA and Florida. Those are 2 I am monitoring, so let me know what you guys think. Where will DJU end up landing? And subscribe right now because we will have you covered when he does make a decision with transfer portal updates, news, and rumors. So hit that sub button here at Chat Sports.